Hello, everyone. I'm Chester44, also known as Falai, and welcome to this Let's Play of Wrath of the Righteous. Last episode, we learned the truth of Camellia and her secret. Maria isn't real. She's just a horrible serial killer who kills people because she gets off to it. Literally. I'm still keeping her with me because I keep companions with me regardless, but yeah, a lot of people would probably get rid of her at this point, and I do not blame them. That said, we need to head back to, we need to head out of here and head back to Dresden. So, I am going to do just that.
Follow if you dare.
Area exit. Unfortunately, we can't teleport until we get back up and out. But once we do, we'll be able to warp away. Okay. Just about there. You know what? I'm just gonna move a bit just so that the day ticks over. It's not gonna be long. There we go. Everyone's fatigued, too. Alright. Oh, shit! I did not intend that to happen. I'll be honest, I didn't think that they had reached that territory yet. So, you're not going to be able to deal with that demon army. It's way too big. And I guess that one we'd need to get past this army to get to. Which means you're heading back to the defensive location. Alright. Now, let's go ahead, warp back to Dresden. And head to the Citadel. Alright, what's going on? Gesmera looks the same as before, but far more weary. Gesmera the Woodshaper. Oh, Wintersun! So it is true. The commander has returned from the dead. We've heard all manner of rumors, but we did not know what to believe. So I came here myself to be sure it's true, and not yet another trick of the demons. What's the news from Wintersun? I thought time would heal Wintersun, but it hasn't been easy. People gradually returned to their lives, but the mere sight of their homeland brought back memories of the atrocities. This is why, when the demons returned, we didn't fight the way we should have. What will you do now? We will leave in search of a better life. The place we called home all these centuries no longer accepts us. There are too many ghosts here, too many memories. I do not know where we'll go, but I will pray to the spirits that the new place will accept us. Farewell, Gesmera. Farewell, Commander. May the spirits watch over you. I hope our paths will cross again someday. Ah, Commander, good day to you and all that. I'm Tina from the Next Door Theater. Remember me? So, here's the score. We've finished rehearsing and are ready to stage the world premiere of our play about your exploits. Grandma sent me to invite you. We're ready to get started. So will you come? Great, let's leave now. Why not see a play? I'm sure Ivu will find it entertaining. Grandma Gretlin's smile shines with pride and happiness. Her new ladle shines equally bright, and she holds it like a scepter. Ladies and gentlemen, the day has come that every participant in the crusade has awaited with bated breath. The day when we, the Next Door Theater, finally present to you our newest production. Hurrah, theater! I wonder, if I comment on everything that happens, will people decide I'm an impolite dragon? Fine, I'll behave. Ivu, if you're going to comment on everything that happens, make sure it's a recording and you're able to pause it on occasion so that you're not actually interrupting what's going on, and you are not blood straight in the center of the whole thing, but maybe over in the corner where people can see the main thing going on and you're just kind of watching in the corner. Anyway, Theater! Theater! Ember laughs melodiously and claps her hands. Greybor casts a long, thoughtful look at Ember. The elf's joy is reflected on the dwarf's stern face by a slight smile. The massive prop catapult behind Grandma creaks loudly and somewhat ominously in time with her words. At least you hope it's a prop. Today, we return to the recent past, to one of the first victories won by the Commander. Our show is dedicated to the grandiose, incredible, mind-blowing, exciting, large-scale, grand, and legendary events many of you probably witnessed firsthand. As the director and playwright, I feel humbled and honored to... Captivated by her own speech, Grandma brandishes her ladle with wild enthusiasm and accidentally touches, but only lightly, one of the catapult's levers. Oh, crap. You hear a theatrically loud whisper from the ranks of the actors. Does anyone remember what we used to load that catapult? I have a better question. What did the projectile hit? I see something that resembles a plume of smoke, in the place similar to the one where we left the crates our props are in. I put my cherry pie in the catapult bucket to have a secret snack during the performance, and now it flew away. The last sentence is followed by a loud sob. Stop panicking! The show must go on, even if we are left without our costumes and props. If something does not go according to plan, improvise. Having whispered these instructions quite loudly to her crew, Grandma Gretlin gives a beaming smile to the audience. Nothing more than a few fireworks to celebrate our premiere. And now, we shall begin. Hurrah for the premiere! In the year 4715, in the area near Dresden, a figure appears in front of the army awaiting her orders. It is their leader, Knight Commander Falai Galasarn. It doesn't take too much attention to recognize the awkward figure of Rubbledum the gnome standing on the shoulders of his twin brother Hierophant. Finally, the day has come! Rubbledum winces and mumbles, making no effort to be discreet. Harry, stop moving, I'm going to fall! You won't fall, comes a voice from the middle of the commander's torso. I've covered my shoulder pads with a strong magic glue, so your boots should be securely attached. Go on with your speech, or we'll never get to the exciting part. Mine! You put glue on what? Brother, we're supposed to change places during the performance, but how can I climb off your shoulders now? Not a problem whatsoever. You take off your boots, I take off my shoulder pads. Then we switch. Voila! Only, well, I can't take off my boots. My laces kept coming untied, so I fixed them with that same glue. You know, just to be careful. Now you'll need a hacksaw in about an hour to get these boots off me. We're in the middle of the show. I've only learned half the lines for this part. What are we gonna do? I really, really need that glue. There are so many things I need to glue together. You can play your parts without switching places. Everyone knows the commander, and by the commander, I of course means me, is a gifted ventriloquist. No one will be surprised if the voice of the play's main character comes from her belly. Sometimes. Right, but according to the script, it's time for the main character to inspire the army. So what? Why do you think that a commander who is also a ventriloquist can't inspire an army? On the contrary, it's an advantage. There are many ordinary commanders, but there are hardly any ventriloquists among them. Hierophant's voice, which comes from somewhere around the commander's stomach, becomes resonant and loud. My fellow crusaders, I tell you this. Not the stomach of the commander, as you might think, but a real commander in itself. I look into your eyes. Brother, I hope you're looking at them. Stay on script. I look into your eyes, for I have no secrets from you. I speak not from my mind, but from my heart. Damn, this speech is not exactly appropriate to the current situation. Well, no matter. Let's kick some demon ass. Hurrah! Then, with her army properly inspired, the commander explained the details of her grand strategic plan. As we all know, the commander planned to launch herself from a catapult and break through the enemy's fortifications from the air. Grandma glances at the catapult, but it doesn't look like it will be able to fire another shot. And this is exactly what happened. However, just as the commander was taking her place in the bucket before launch, the demons set in motion their terrifyingly cunning plan. They cast an illusion that made everyone think the commander was just standing there, as if she was neither flying through the air nor cutting down hordes of enemies. And now that all of you have witnessed the most spectacular, dramatic, and impressive culmination of our play, let us return to reality for a moment to welcome the person whom we are all gathered here to celebrate, the Commander! After all, this was one of her earliest adventures. So what do you say, Commander? Did you like our show? Oh, I had a lot of fun. Of course, sure. A mysterious smile appears on Grandma Gretlin's face. Believe it or not, Commander, but every true comedian knows their calling is to provoke laughter and smiles, not necessarily on stage. And it need not be a successful, professional, and perfectly organized performance. Sometimes our art exceeds the limitations of the stage. And now, unfortunately, the time has come to say goodbye. We were with you almost from the first day, but now the show is over and the next door theater troupe has other places to be and other plays to perform. Well, that was entertaining to watch. Alright, we'd probably still have things to do back in base. Oh, also, Bone Amulet. Mystical amulet in the shape of a snake made from bone. Yeah, not gonna use that. Voracious Spirit. Whenever the wearer of this amulet lands a killing blow, she gains one of the following stacking bonuses that last until the next rest. 10 temporary hit points, +1 bonus to AC, +1 bonus on fort saves, or +1 bonus on will saving throws. Camellia, you need a necklace. I'm gonna give this to you. And what are these boots? These boots grant their wearer a +10 bonus to base speed and a constant freedom of movement spell. Oh, that is... You know what? Better than the boots... Well, I mean, I already have a massive speed boost, and I'm mounted, so it's not really that important. I'm gonna give these to you. Let you move further. I think it's fine. And the charge attack boots, I'll give them to you. There, you have boots for charge attacks. Okay. We do have things to sell and things to hand out, but we have more... Well, how about we go talk to Camellia now that she's revealed the truth of herself. Hello. Hello, my friend. Do you know how much I love calling you that? Of course you do. I'm glad you told me the truth about Maria. It may be hard to believe, but I think I am glad of it too. It's brought us even closer together. We have the same mythical powers and we keep the same secrets. We are now closer than best friends or even blood relations. I value it more than I could have ever even imagined. Please never lie to me again. Of course. Never again. Okay. Let's see. Ulbrich probably has something to say now that he has revealed that he is a lesser deity. Technically. Well, War Chief, where to next? So you're a living god. I'm me. I'm the one who awoke from his stone slumber in Canabris. The one who broke through the roof of the tavern. The one who called you his war chief and swore loyalty to you. The man called Ulbrich Uldisk and the deity named Arvar died back there in the Sarkoris of old. I am both of them, yet I am living a new life. A strange life in a strange world, a mad life, but one that is my own. So that's why you can remember the face of your traitorous brother. Because Ulbrich never had one. Yes. My head is still fuzzy from having two lives, two sets of memories become one. But at least I now understand why I didn't want to remember. A deity betraying its people. Unthinkable. What kind of filth would sell out his brother and an entire tribe who trusted him to the Orglins? For shame. I have no brother, mortal or divine. The traitor doesn't even deserve to have his name cursed. Let it be forgotten forever as if it were never known. Alright then.
My way.
Back in here to speak with, Regil, but I think we have more people to talk to. Ah, yes. Dorgalinda is looking at you with undisguised awe. Well, I'll be. You really did come back from the abyss itself. Commander, you amaze me. Well, if you're doing miracles now, maybe you can pull our logistics out of the abyss while you're at it. Because in your absence, that's exactly where it's gone. All the way to the bottom. We have a shortage of quite literally everything. Don't take this as sedition, Commander, but I'll give it to you straight. Right now, there is no way of acquiring anything legally. Her Majesty squeezed all she could out of Mendev to march on Iz, and we've been left with a bunch of measly crumbs. Fortunately, I still have some of my old connections in Mendev. The nation has been in chaos for the last few months. Without the Queen watching over them, everyone's taken about anything that's not nailed down. But I know how to make sure we get something out of all this madness. Just a bit here and there. Woljif rubs his hands, smiling broadly. This is it. This is my time to shine. I got a clever little scheme. I've been cooking it up for a long time, and now I'm finally gonna put it into action. Ooh, we'll hit it big. You just give me the go-ahead. Has everyone in Mendev truly turned to stealing? I just can't believe it. But if we have no choice... You know, war has claimed many lives. Deserted villages, abandoned houses, manors of noble lineages that have been cut short. If they don't belong to anyone now, maybe we could take them? I don't like this. I get it, this isn't the time to be squeamish, but joining in on the plundering of Mendev, that's too low. If we can't avoid it, let's sell our own spoils on the black market instead of stealing. Let's consider our options in more detail. Woljif, what's the scheme of yours? Alright, so, we issue war bonds with mind-blowing interest. 300%, 400, whatever. But we don't release them to be traded publicly. Instead, we hold a sale to sell everything we have left in the warehouses. Don't worry, we won't have to give away nothing, because we're gonna be selling it all to ourselves. Using fake papers and frontmen and paying with those war bonds we got. We repeat this process several times, and then... Right, I can see everyone's already confused. I'll draw you all a diagram later. Or you can just trust me. It's a sure thing. We'll make a killing. Why are you all looking at me like that? When did I ever let you down? This sounds like some evil sorcery, except with finances instead of spells. Are we sure this scheme won't ruin us? Or we're summoned some kind of bond demon to teach us a lesson? Arushli, what are you suggesting? We could take abandoned property the looters haven't got to yet. Fortunately... I mean, unfortunately, but it is fortunate for us. Anyway, I know for sure that there's a lot of it in Mendev right now. If we take it for the good of the crusade, it wouldn't be looting, would it? Of course it wouldn't. You just need to convince yourself real hard. Congrats, Arushli, your path of ascension is complete. Only the most upstanding mortals can dupe everyone, including themselves, with such finesse. Lan, what's your advice? Times are tough, and we can't afford to stay squeaky clean, but my conscience won't let me just ransack the nation in its hour of need. We still have a few things lying around, don't we? Let's not go any further than using the services of the black market. We can get what we need in exchange for what we have. I respect you trying to keep your hands clean in a hopeless situation, but that's the thing. Both our warehouses and our coffers are empty. What are you going to trade when we run out? Dorgalinda, what are you thinking? The goal is not to get too brazen, but we shouldn't be missing out either. I've got connections all over Mendev. Old army pals, drinking partners, long overdue debtors. Each one will get us a cart, a barrel, a chest. It'll be an improvement on what we have at least. The treasury won't notice because we won't take enough to cause a fuss. Just a weight discrepancy here, some cargo that must have dried out or fallen off in transit there. So let's see. For Woljif, add 10% of finance points available in the treasury. For Aru, acquiring unclaimed property gives us 750 materials points. For Lan, we get 2 decrees. So, We sell materials for finance points or finance for materials. For Dorgalinda, corruption. Finance points income increases by 120, materials by 10, energy points by 2 for 16 days. And we could basically keep that up eternally since it's a 16-day repeatable. Or we can do none of it and Crusade morale increases. Of all of them, while I don't really have intention of using them, I think the idea of making use of abandoned property makes the most logical sense. Thank you. It doesn't belong to anybody after all, so we won't be doing any harm. Right? I really can't stress this enough. We're in a right bind here. We're doing everything we can to resolve it, but I have no doubt this council will need to reconvene again shortly. Alright. And Regil, about that thing you did. How are you doing without your squad or your rank of Paralictor? Regil shrugs his shoulders. It has given me little cause for emotion. I am a competent leader, but for me, leadership has never been an end in itself. Any position that allows me to effectively achieve my goals will suffice. As your companion and subordinate, I am no less capable of contributing to the fight against the Worldwound than I would be as an officer of a chapter. Alright, let me look at the Crusade affairs here. I need to see how things are. Oh right, we need to go see the Free Crusaders. Royal Conscription's almost done. Outpost Bastion expansion. Ah, the Remains of Colorless one are almost done. And leadership. All right. Once Royal Conscription is done, we'll be able to do that. Military is almost ready, and logistics needs some more things built, which we'll be able to do when we get the Bastion expansion. So things will be done soon. That said, I am going to go ahead and end this episode here. Next episode, we'll see what's going on with the Free Crusaders and hand out the various loot and sell what needs to be sold. That all needs to be handled. But that'll be in the next episode. So until then, I am Chester44. I'll say name is Falai. That is me. This has been a Let's Play of Wrath of the Righteous. And I shall see you all next time.